In this video, we will look at modal auxiliary verbs, or modals for short, a special kind of auxiliary verb. We use these verbs to express a number of common meanings, such as possibility, necessity, obligation, permission, ability, prediction. In English, the main modal verbs are can, could, will, would, shall, should, may, might, must, ought. Here are some examples. We can go to the library. I can play the piano with one hand. She must have left school by now. You must leave by 8 p.m. You should eat all your food. You ought to know how to eat with a knife and fork. It may rain this afternoon. Students may not talk in the library. It will rain this afternoon. As the examples show, one and the same modal verb can express different meanings, and the same meaning can be expressed by different modal verbs. So, for example, we can go to the library can be paraphrased as it's possible for us to go to the library, or as we are allowed to go to the library. And if we take the meaning obligation, it can be expressed by the modal verbs must, should, and ought. Let's look at some more examples. Consider the difference between it may rain in a minute and it might rain in a minute. The only difference between these sentences is that the first one has may and the second has might. The difference reflects the fact that the speaker is less confident that it will rain when she uses might than when she uses may. It's a subtle difference which offers a wonderful way in which English allows us to express degrees of certainty. Something similar is happening in this pair of sentences. We can see a movie if you like. We could see a movie if you like. The first sentence would be used if there is a real possibility that the speaker and her friend will go out to see a movie. However, if she had some reason to believe that her friend might not want to come, for example because she knows her friend is tired, the speaker is more likely to use the second example with could. The modal verbs are special because they never take an S ending in the third person singular present tense. So we don't say, for example, he musts leave, or she cans speak French. Also, most modal verbs are never followed by a verb with to. So we say we can have a picnic in the park, but we don't say we can to have a picnic in the park. There's one exception though. We do say we ought to go, not we ought go. Modal verbs allow us to talk about necessity, permission and possibility, about things that need to be done or things that we are less certain about. They are often said to colour the meaning of the verb that they accompany. Find out more about grammar at Englicious.org.